challenges of filming with a baby?
What was some of the challenges of filming with a baby? I'm not gonna even front like, we have a great nanny. And I mean, whenever I can pry him away from you, it's been pretty much a breeze for me.
I'd say.
Yeah. I probably changed 2 diapers.
I was just
in a
gonna
year.
say probably about 2, maybe 3, maybe.
A couple of pee-pees, about 1 booby. I think I'm at my limit.
Yeah. Did good.
Didn't get on this time.
I did.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Kelly Rowland didn't even let the drama cool off before diving right into the chaos. The second Ashanti's name got dragged into the cheating scandal with Nelly, Kelly popped out with a shady post that fans are calling straight up disrespectful. And let's be real, it was way too perfectly timed to be a coincidence. So here's what went down. Ashanti was just hit with rumors that Nelly had been creeping again, and this time with someone from his own crew. But instead of showing any kind of support, Kelly, yes, the motivation queen herself, decided to stay on the sidelines and post a slick message that practically screamed, "This ain't my mess, but I'm watching." And here's where the real drama kicks in. Word on the street is this shade wasn't just random. Insiders been whispering that Kelly's had low-key tension with Ashanti for years. Some even claim this scandal was the moment Kelly had been waiting on to finally let that animosity shine. Apparently, when Ashanti used to tour with Nelly, she always felt some type of way about Kelly, like her place with Nelly was never fully locked in. Now fans are asking, was Kelly being petty on purpose, or was she finally speaking her truth? Either way, folks are saying she pulled out her full Peggy bag. Because no matter who Nelly's with, Kelly always seems to have something slick ready to post. It's not even quiet anymore. The shade is loud. This ain't the first time people have picked up on some weird tension between Kelly and Ashanti either. The vibes have been off for a while now, and even though it's never been publicly confirmed, fans have been putting the pieces together. There's been eyebrow-raising moments over the years, and this latest one, it basically confirmed what people already suspected.
3 weeks here, 2 weeks back, 2 months.
I'm split about his tour. My first response is I'm super happy for him for putting it together. The wife and mommy side of me is like, nah, the wife side of me and mommy side of me is a little sad. You know, daddy's gonna be gone for a long time.
On today? Like what? So, we just had a conversation.
What'd he say?
He's thinking about it. I think he's kind of leaning towards doing it. With everything, there are pros and cons. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Say, I'm hungry until he can say, I need to use the bathroom. It's gonna be a lot in your lap. But as soon as he started walking, I told him, I said, enjoy. Because as soon as he get to walking and talking, he went to...
Right after the internet exploded with news that Nelly might have cheated on Ashanti again, and that their whole relationship wasn't as sweet as it looked, Kelly suddenly started lighting up her socials with flawless throwback pics of her and her husband Tim. But let's be real for a sec. Kelly is usually super private. She don't post like that unless there's a reason. And fans caught on quick. People started saying the message was clear. Kelly wasn't just flexing her relationship, she was throwing subtle shade at Ashanti's situation too. Now, to be fair, Kelly never name-dropped Ashanti, but the timing, the captions, the vibe, it was all giving one thing, intentional shade. Ashanti's gotta be sitting there like, why you wanna treat me so bad? Because seriously, why would Kelly move like this? What's really going on behind the scenes? If Kelly's bold enough to throw shade in public like that, then whatever happened in private might have been even messier than anybody expected. And guess what? It all traces back to some old-school drama between Kelly and Nelly. Yup, the streets are talking, and they're bringing up that long-forgotten tea from the early 2000s, when people were sure Ashanti snatched Nelly away from Kelly back in 2003. Here's the backstory. Kelly and Nelly first met in 2001, back when she was still rocking with Destiny's Child. The two linked up during the MTV TRL tour, and just a year later, they were making waves in the music industry. Their hit collab, Dilemma, had everyone in a chokehold. No matter what I do. You already know. That track went straight to #1 and even landed them a Grammy. But that kind of chemistry? It didn't go unnoticed. Fans weren't just vibing with the song, they were convinced something spicy was happening behind the scenes. The way Kelly and Nelly clicked was way too smooth to be just business. And the way Kelly spoke about him in interviews, people definitely raised eyebrows. She wasn't holding back either. She said stuff like, "I love Nelly. This song is so catchy. Nelly's got a great ear and he came up with this amazing hook." Then she added, "I love you and I need you." And let's be real, that wasn't just promo talk. It started sounding like something real was going on under the radar.
How is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud. That's ridiculous.
You know? It's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that.
No.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, "Baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper."
Oh my God.
Kelly even mentioned that recording the song didn't feel like work at all. It was just pure fun. And coming from someone as polished and media-trained as Kelly, that said a lot. Fans took that as a major sign that things between her and Nelly weren't just friendly, they were flirty. But it didn't stop there. If you thought their connection fizzled out after Dilemma, you thought wrong. Fast forward almost a whole decade later, in 2011, they linked up again for another song called Gone. And the music video had everybody doing double takes like, wait a minute, they still got chemistry? So now, with all that history and old rumors swirling around, fans are starting to think Kelly's recent shade toward Ashanti might be personal. Like, deep down, she still feels some type of way about how things went down with Nelly all those years ago. That music video between Kelly and Nelly? Whew, it was steamy. The vibe wasn't just acting, it felt real. The energy was giving full-on Love Island like, "Can I pull you for a chat?" And we're closed off. The chemistry between them was off the charts. And it didn't take long for old rumors to start flying all over again. People started whispering that the video wasn't just a performance. It was a cover-up. Some even swore that Kelly and Nelly had been sneaking around for real, and the music video was just a smooth way to keep their connection under the radar. And honestly, with the way they looked at each other on camera, it wasn't hard to believe something else was going on behind the scenes. There were fans who truly believed they'd been seeing each other low-key the whole time. That this whole just friends thing was all smoke and mirrors to keep the spotlight off their personal business. But then Kelly came forward to shut the rumors down herself. Once the chatter got too loud, she addressed it directly, saying, "Nelly and I are not dating. He's been a friend of Destiny's Child for years. Nelly's like a big brother." But even with that statement, not everybody was buying it. No matter how many times she called him a brother, the energy between them told a very different story. Fans who had been watching the situation from the jump weren't convinced. In fact, her denial made some folks even more suspicious. Like, if it really was nothing, why did it feel like so much? Eventually, the rumors cooled down. Kelly and Nelly went their separate ways. Kelly ended up settling down for real, got married in 2014, had 2 kids, and kept her life private ever since. She's been focused on her family and stayed way out the drama spotlight. But Nelly? His timeline's been way more public. He was dating around for a while before locking in with his ex, Chantel. That relationship ended messy, with both of them throwing subtle shots online after the breakup. Then out of nowhere, in 2023, Nelly hit everybody with a surprise twist. He circled right back to Ashanti. The two quietly rekindled things, and even though their past had been full of ups and downs, they shocked fans by actually getting married that same year. And in July 2024, Ashanti gave birth to their first child together. Just like that, they became a full-blown family. It was a real full-circle moment, or at least it looked that way, because the happily ever after didn't last long. The picture-perfect vibe started crumbling fast. Rumors started flying that Nelly wasn't being the best partner, and folks were bringing up all kinds of wild allegations. But here's where things get extra messy. People are saying Kelly might still be holding a secret grudge. Not just toward Nelly, but Ashanti too. Things hit a whole new level of drama when fans caught wind of a major move. Allegedly, Kelly refused to clear Dilemma for Nelly to perform. And we're not talking about just any song. Dilemma is the song, one of the biggest hits of Nelly's entire career, a Grammy-winning track that still gets airplay decades later. So for Kelly to block that, it raised a lot of eyebrows. Now sure, some folks tried to brush it off, saying maybe it was business or maybe it had something to do with Nelly being associated with MAGA politics. But others weren't buying that. The streets started buzzing, saying this move wasn't about contracts, it was personal. And it makes sense, especially with all those old rumors floating around. People have always whispered that Kelly and Nelly had something going on way back, and that Ashanti might have been the one who came in and shut it down. So when news hit that Kelly allegedly stopped Nelly from performing Dilemma, the internet lit up with theories. Sources started claiming Kelly was still bitter about how it all ended with Nelly, and that not clearing the song was her way of throwing a little shade, reminding both Nelly and Ashanti that she ain't forget what went down all those years ago. So when Kelly later popped up online with that "My man would never" post, right after Ashanti got exposed for getting cheated on by Nelly, it didn't feel random at all. If anything, it felt calculated. It felt like Kelly had been waiting for the moment to clap back. And if Ashanti really did help Nelly cheat on Kelly back in the day, then this wasn't just pettiness, it was personal revenge. The shade wasn't subtle, it was bold, and fans ate it up. Let's not forget, the drama between Nelly and Ashanti had already been heating up over the past few weeks. People knew things were rocky, but it wasn't until their reality show dropped that fans saw just how bad it really was. Instead of showing love and chemistry, the whole show gave awkward vibes and cold energy. Instead of coming off like a power couple, they looked out of sync, like Nelly was stuck in the past and not ready for the evolved, grown version of Ashanti today. Fans caught on real quick. One of the biggest red flags? It came during that one scene where Nelly was gearing up to perform at the presidential inauguration. And let's just say, the vibes were off and the tension was loud. Instead of showing a little support or even acknowledging how unfair the situation was, Nelly went and did the complete opposite. He actually started bragging about how he sleeps through the night like a chimp, calling himself a good sleeper, like it's some kind of flex. Meanwhile, Ashanti's clearly exhausted and getting no rest. Everybody knows how newborns are. They'll have you up every hour. But Nelly didn't just brush it off. He doubled down. He flat out said it's Ashanti's job to get up and handle their baby. No conversation, no teamwork, no sharing responsibilities. Just a cold, matter-of-fact statement like that's just how it is. And the way he said it? It wasn't some heat-of-the-moment slip-up. It felt real. Like, that's really how he thinks. Like, in his mind, being a dad means showing up for cute pictures, not diapers or midnight feedings. He's out here living life like parenthood doesn't kick in for him until the baby can talk. Meanwhile, Ashanti's clearly carrying the whole load. She's doing everything while Nelly stays in his good sleeper bubble. No bottle duty, no night shifts, nothing. And fans are not letting that slide. People are starting to ask the question that's been floating around for weeks now. Was Nelly ever really ready for this marriage? Or did he just want the aesthetic of a happy family without actually doing any of the real work? To try and calm the noise, the couple popped up in a joint interview, probably thinking it would kill the rumors and make them look solid. But let's be real, it had the opposite effect. That whole interview felt off. The tension between them was screaming through the screen. Their answers felt so rehearsed, like they were reading from a PR script. There was no natural flow, no genuine chemistry, just two people trying way too hard to convince the world that everything was cool. Instead of putting out the fire, the interview just made everything worse. Fans picked up on the fake smiles, the awkward pauses, the weird energy. It didn't look like two people defending their love. It looked like a couple scrambling to protect their image. And now everyone's asking, is this marriage already falling apart behind the scenes? Because from the outside, it's starting to look like this whole setup was more about appearances than partnership. And people are seeing right through it. Oh, it's getting uglier by the minute. Just when everyone thought things couldn't spiral any further, the streets started buzzing with fresh cheating rumors. And guess who's at the center of it again? Yep, Nelly. Word on the street is that Nelly's been creeping on Ashanti while on tour. And we're not talking about a one-time slip-up either. Insiders are saying this has allegedly been happening over and over again. He's been on the road for weeks now, and apparently, after almost every show, there's a new woman backstage. Different faces, same dirty routine. And this ain't just social media gossip either. People close to the situation have started whispering, and some of them aren't even trying to stay quiet anymore. They're saying if you've ever been around a tour stop, then you already know what goes down. And it ain't pretty. It's the same wild setup every time. Partying, bottles popping, wild energy, and sometimes even substances in the mix. Then once those stage lights go off, it's a full-blown free-for-all behind the scenes. And according to multiple reports, Nelly's been surrounded by women on these tour stops, a lot of them. His story's been flooded with them, and fans are starting to connect the dots. Y'all probably remember how Ashanti reacted when Nelly first told her he was heading back on tour. She wasn't having it. In the clip that's been making rounds, she made it crystal clear. She didn't think it was fair for him to leave her alone with a newborn while he's out there hopping from city to city. But here's the kicker. What she said on camera wasn't even the full story. Behind the scenes, insiders are saying her real issue went way deeper than just being left to handle the baby solo. It was about trust. Because, let's be honest, Ashanti knows Nelly. She knows exactly how he moves when he's on the road. So the second he started talking about tour buses, backstage passes, and late-night shows, her internal alarms went off. This wasn't just nerves. This was a woman who's been through this before and knew what to expect. Now, with all these fresh allegations popping up, fans are asking, was Ashanti right to be suspicious from the jump? Because it's looking more and more like she saw the warning signs way before the rest of us did. Yo, this just goes to show. Not everything that glitters is gold, and not every celeb couple is living that dream life they post online. Let's keep it real. Kelly has every right to be side-eyeing this whole situation because from the looks of it, she might have dodged a serious bullet. Watching Ashanti deal with all this chaos. Whew, that couldn't have been me. But let's not forget, it almost was. This could have easily been Kelly in her place if things had played out differently. And now, with everything falling apart in public, you really can't blame Kelly if she's sitting back feeling just a little bit smug right now. So here's the million-dollar question that's got everyone talking. Was Kelly just being shady? Or is this her full-circle moment of quiet, calculated revenge? Either way, one thing's for sure. Ashanti's so-called happily ever after, it's unraveling fast. The same man she once fought for might be the same reason she's losing sleep every night. Her baby is now literally her baby's father, and possibly the root of her biggest headache. Fans are connecting the dots, and all this drama is making Kelly's shade hit way harder. If you really listen to the timing, the energy, the little slick posts, it's like Kelly's been waiting on this moment. And now, she's not just laughing, she's laughing loudest. The internet's watching every move, dissecting every detail, and Kelly's looking like the one who came out on top without having to say much at all. While Ashanti's out here dealing with sleepless nights and public mess, Kelly's somewhere posting soft-lit selfies with her man, looking peaceful and unbothered. So let us know what you think. Was Kelly just speaking facts, or was it pure pettiness? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Juice Alert for the hottest celeb tea, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss a scandal. Comment below your thoughts, theories, or if you're Team Ashanti or Team Kelly. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.